Welcome to the afternoon session. We're listening today to Gustavo Laskowski, who's going to talk about Cluster NFS. Thank you, Gustavo.
Hi everyone, this is Debconf 19. I am Gustavo, and I'm going to talk about our NFS cluster, Network File System Cluster. A little short introduction about myself. I am undergraduating on electronics, Master of Science, and Doctor of Science in Electro Engineer in this university. So it's good to be back home. And I'm a Linux user and developer since 2007. I work with hardware and software projects. So this one I use a lot of hardware, but US device drivers, graphical interface using Linux. Another project that's very complicated, but I use a lot of digital signal processing with Octave. But today I'm going to talk about another project. And that's my lab at Federal Institute University. It's about 1 kilometer from here. And it's a Brazilian governmental institution. We have limited resources, and I didn't have any network server until this project. And we formed about 144 telecommunication technicians in 9 years. In 2017, I received this 9-year-old piece of hardware. A friend just called me and said, I have the servers, do you want to take a look? I said, it's okay, let's try to recover this project, these web servers. And first of all, I decided to put some names. So I choose female names in alphabetical order, and with A. So we have here Amanda, Bianca, Carolina, Daniela, Elisa, Fiorella, Gabriela, Helena, Isabella. I think Linux might have something like this, female names and with A. After some hardware procedures, so we must check some disks, hard drive disks, ECC memories, power supply. We must clean everything up, and that's the server. It's working fine. Amanda, Carolina, it's okay. Bianca has the same hardware, so it's a spare part of Amanda and Carolina. Daniela, Fiorella, Isabella, rest in peace, unfortunately. And Elisa, Gabriela, Helena is amazing. Helena, that's it's Helena. 2 power supplies, disk arrays, 2 Pentium 3 processors. It's very, very old, but it's working fine. And I don't have J, K, L server, and I have M. It's my wife, Mara. It's a total different OS. It's working fine either. Anyway, and that's what I have. So I have Amanda, and Carolina, same hardware, Dell Power Edge, 2 processors, on its memory. Elisa and Gabriela and Helena, it's a Pentium 3. 2 gigabytes of memory. Anyway, and we try to put it together to work as a cluster. That's the main idea. So Amanda, it's main server. Carolina, it's a failover of Amanda, but it's run together, same network. Elisa, Gabriela, and Helena provide NFS disks to this cluster. Each server has a network interfacing this network, 0.3, 10, 12. That's I don't have IP IPv6, only IPv4. That's another project that I'm working for. But everything is running this way today. Amanda its main servers. Amanda works a lot, 24 hours every day, and she provides user access by Apache web server. Amanda is here in this hack, and she mounts NFS disks from another other servers. I don't have any time, but it's very simple how to run Apache on Debian. I have this example. It's my old website. Just run this. It's about 40 lines. Very simple to run. And the older servers only works when it's really necessary. That's because economical, energy, environment, noise reasons. If I turn other servers, it's too noisy, the laboratory. And because of that, if someone tries to access Amanda at the Apache web server, this message is going to show up, because just to show the user that server is not working at the moment. I just put an empty file with this name and indicated that the server is offline at the present moment. How to set up an NFS service is very easy. So we just to change this file with the SF tab. This is the network address of the servers. Each server has a cluster user just to separate, to manage reasons. And this is the local local place at Apache web server. In the setup, it's very easy to mount a disk, a network disk. Just mount and this parameter, and to mount the same idea. Here I have to do something because the servers stay offline. So when I turn a server on, for example, Carolina, she must send a command to Amanda and said, "Hey, mount my disk," something like that. I'm going to show later. Amanda has another servers running. For example, Mini DLNA. It's a multimedia. It's a multimedia and streaming server. I run there the Gustavo Flix. It's a lot of. It's very easy to run. I think I have here. You must change this file. Not everything, just the name, media directory, and the runs. It's very easy to put it on. I have a FTP and the NAV server. I have some IP cameras that send photos to the servers, and I have the RStudio server for advanced statistical analysis. I think you have 2 sections in this conference about R. It's very interesting. I have something here, how to set up. It's very easy. Either just this command. And Carolina, it's a failover, another server of Amanda. It's the green one. It works about 15 hours a week. It has a DHCP server. She uses upper address and Amanda lower address. So I don't have any conflict, IP conflict address in this idea. But in general, Carolina sends some pings to Amanda. If Amanda does not respond, she turns the server on. That's the main idea. Apache multimedia FTP servers runs at a different IP. Filter project they did to make a load balance between the two servers. But I must keep Carolina on. That's a little complicated. So I don't know if it's going to work. And another servers, Elisa, Gabriela, and Helena, provides the NFS disks. The common regular users can only access by Amanda or Carolina. That's Elisa, red, Helena in yellow. Gabriela is another hack. And how to set up these clients? It's very, very simple. So we must install port map, NFS kernel servers, NFS common, the first step. And after that, we must change this file. So home cluster is the user, the address of NFS servers, and I must do it in each server. And after that, I must to execute this command, because every time that a server turns on, it mounts this directory to the main server. And of course, I must change some permissions. In this scenario, only cluster user and root user can change the files, but other users can read and execute. And that's Gabriela, another hacker. That's amazing about servers. We have disks arrays, so we have an array, 5 disk array here. I don't said before, Amanda is here. She has 6 hard drivers running right one. Debian is in the first one, /home in the second one, and Apache web servers in the third one. So I have handled and it's very, very nice. It's old, this cuz has a hard driver, very old. But it's working fine. And I must do this command to send the message to my server. Send, hey, I wake up, put my disk on, something like that. So I use SSA pass. This command I just send it. It's not so safe because I must put the password of the server here, so that you can use asymmetrical keys, but I must use this because another device. I'm going to show a little later. Anyway, just SSH password and the command to my server to mount the disk. And after that, we can put it on Chrome tab. So I put this command. After reboot, my servers wait 1 minute, 60 seconds. That's important because I must ensure that my server receive an IP address before mount my disk. I can put some fixed address, but I prefer this way because I can see when my server is online. I have this file here, for example. Every time a machine receives a PMO network, it shows to me here, so I can control this. That's because I use this technique. So it receives IPs and mount INF disk server. Very simple to make an NFS server cluster this way. Another things that I have, Amanda has automatic tasks for Dropbox and G Drive. For example, here every 20 minutes she executes this script. In fact, I think I have this in my machine. So that's the script. Send date, uptime, ping to another hex devices, and some stuff here. This is very nice because if I change this, I kill my network with this command, so it's very nice. But just keep it running. And G Drive and another command here. The output of this script is sent back to Dropbox in this file here, log Debian. So we have here, we have the time, the hard drivers, etc. I can run every minute this command, so I must change this. This go to Dropbox, and 1 minute later it's gonna change my output file. So I'm gonna show later. So that's the output that is generated here. It sends to G Drive either, and this goes to my website at this link here. It's very just with that command. So here I have every 20 minutes it sends the stats of the servers here. It's very easy to set up either. I think Dropbox responds. Let's see. It responds here this time and I have something nice here. That's because I use this command. That's because I use this command. I can read, for example, the temperature for a Cisco network device, router, switches. So I send the password and this command, and I can measure the temperature. It's on my website either. It's a little advanced, the commands, but I have here, for example, the temperature of the 7 last dates of my switch, router, and a Raspberry Pi device with this command. It has some scripts here and to generate this graph. Here, the Dropbox response here, log Debian. So if I reload, it's going to send the command here. It's going to send the cameras either. I think I have something here. That's my lab. Let's update. I think it's updating. And I can do some stuff. For example, here I have my house, and I can see everything using the same technique with Debian, Dropbox, some scripts, and that's all. So thank you so much, the Federal Institute, Brazilian Council Scientific, the Free Software community, Debian team. You always doing a great job. That's all.
Thank you very much. We have 1 minute for quick questions.
Para o controle ali dos clusters, só usou Shell Script mesmo e SSH.
Oi?
Para a comunicação do cluster, só usou Shell Script e SSH.
Shell Script, Dropbox e SSH. Apenas isso.
Beleza.
Just in English, to control this work, I only use Dropbox, shell script, and the SSH. That's all. It's very, very simple. Another question? So that's okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you.